Hey Anthony, do you like my new shirt?
Sure, man. It's cool. Could have been better.
What was that?
I said it could have been better.
You want to fight about
Yeah,
it?
I do. Let's go, chump. Hold on a second. We don't need to fight.
We don't?
All you need to do is go to 86.com and choose from one of their many designs. Franchises range from Skullgirls to Street Fighter and even BlazBlue. And if you check out 86 through this Twitch channel, use 86.com /AFF equals 4 to let them know that Mission Star Podcast sent you. So, I kind of been meaning to make this mini rant, but also I was talking to my brother about this. Actually, it might have been today, yes, or yesterday. But Tokyo Game Show just happened. It ended by the time you see this video. It had already happened this past weekend. This particular topic I want to talk about is Death Stranding, and this is off of GameSpot.com. Death Stranding's new gameplay demo explores the safe house, shows customization, and more. This is written by Tamar Hassan. Tokyo Game Show 2019 is now in full swing. A number of games are being shown at the event, and among them is Death Stranding. Over the course of the show, game director Hideo Kojima will appear on 3 streams to showcase the gameplay from Death Stranding. The first provided one insight into more of the Death Stranding's open world gameplay, which involves navigating mountains terrain to deliver goods and even sneaking through bases, which will be a welcome treat for fans of Kojima's Metal Gear Solid titles. The second Death Stranding demo, meanwhile, focused on the safe house, a private area of sorts where players will spend time in between missions. As shown in the demo, in this area, you don't actually play as Norman Reedus' character, Sam Portal Bridges. Instead, you play as a soul that commands his actions. The player has free reign over the camera, and Sam will react to your movements. During the presentation, Kojima compared it to a Bashoujo game, which is about interacting with the character on screen. In the demo, Sam was pointing at where he wants to go, such as the shower, because he was covered in dirt, or the storage area where weapons are kept, where he can stock up and inspect his tools. So the reason why I brought this up is that I think Death Stranding is not the game that people are expecting, and I think what's being shown is what it is. For, I would say, 10 years, maybe more so than that, Kojima has been making Metal Gear Solid games for a very long time, all based on combat, espionage, and much more of that spy influence, like 007 and that ilk. And for so long, for game series that he's been working on the Metal Gear Solid series, to him to go from very action-oriented type of game to a much more exploration, much more of a opposite of what Metal Gear is into Death Stranding, I think it's throwing a lot of people off, and I've seen a lot of people criticize the game because it's not that. And the fact that because it's not that and not exactly what they're thinking of, they get angry and they're like saying like, what the fuck, Kojima? And so after talking to my brother about it and kind of looking up information about the game more so, I think that this is exactly what it is. I think that in the end, I think Kojima is making a far different game than what he did in Metal Gear series. If you look back and further than that, he made other games of a different type in the games he made. Zone of the Enders, a mech anime ass battle.
Zone of the Enders was amazing, by the way. If you've never played it, go fucking play it.
Absolutely.
I just want to clarify something real quick, because I'm sure this is what you're getting at, Anthony, but if you are the type of person who has played Kojima's games in the past and knows kind of how weird his mind works, and then to further that, says, oh, this game isn't like what his other games are, so fuck that noise, have completely missed the point of him not having a leash anymore.
Exactly. It was funny. I ran across a tweet that I guess didn't really clarify, or it didn't occur to me when I was until then when I read it. But the tweet read that everybody's upset and critical of this game because it's not like Metal Gear. It's not like action oriented, and that for everybody else who was into Animal Crossing, who was into No Man's Sky, like, are extremely hype about this game. And from that aspect, it's like, you know what, you're right. This is probably a game that is, maybe it's not for me. At first, I thought it was, and it's still going to have that weird storytelling that Kojima's going to have, especially if you've seen the trailers of the fuck is BBs, VTs, BTs, where the hell that they're trying to explain in the story. It's still going to have that weirdness of Kojima has, but it's going to be surrounded by the gameplay of you just walking from the East Coast to the West Coast, traversing through terrains, using ladders to go through multiple terrains, up cliffs, delivering packages to people. Like, I think that is going to be the game, and I think that people need to realize that Kojima is an artist. Every game he has made is completely different. Hell, look at Metal Gear Solid, or look at the Metal Gear series. Every game in that Metal Gear series, while there is tonally is still mechanically the same, each has a different aesthetic to it. Metal Gear Solid 3, very different than Metal Gear Solid 4. MGS1, very different from MGS2. Let's not forget, MGS2, he did the whole entire trick of, you thought you were playing a Snake, but then 5 minutes, 10 minutes in afterwards, you actually played as Raiden the entire way through. So
I would like to point out also with his past games, there's one word that all of his games kind of imbue when it comes to story, I should say, and that's the word convoluted.
That is very true. He puts his stories so far up his ass that, like,
That's not what I was trying to say, but I guess that works, yeah?
That's essentially what it is, yeah.
Yes, essentially. And it's, at the same time, it's like, what the fuck, Kojima? At the same time, I fucking love it.
Well, yeah, like, there was a conversation that I was having with Half Empty Energy Tank Group where, like, it was in Discord, and we were talking about Metal Gear Solid. Because there was a video that, I guess, like, this is a while ago, by the way, but the game theorist, Matt Pat, he put out a video about, like, the world of Metal Gear Solid. I don't remember what the fucking video was, but apparently Matt Pat, I guess he does this from time to time, missed some pretty important information about the world itself. And a lot of the people who know the story really, really, really well were, like, pissed off that he missed this entire, like, aspect of one of the games that, and I'm just like, if this is the argument that you're having, if this is the honest, like, well, here's this really weird, convoluted, if you're not paying attention sort of thing that, you know, happens in the background, then maybe the game's not good. Like, maybe that's just how it is, and or maybe to an extent, like, if you're enjoying the game or you're enjoying the, like, brief, small plot that the game itself imbues or has, or whatever word you want to use, then just, like, I don't know, just enjoy that. I just don't.
You know, it's funny, like, so...
I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think people are fucking making mountains out of molehills.
Right. And it was funny. So I think I'm going to draw an example out of here, but this is something that even I kind of argued against you, Greg. Remember Mighty Number 9 when it came out?
Yeah.
Remember when the producer of Mega Man was making a completely new game, and me and everybody else thought it was another Mega Man game. So we made all these comparisons to other Mega Man games it could be, and then when it came out, we still did that, and we didn't look at the game as it was in itself. Same situation with this. Kojima's made Metal Gear Solid for so long that everybody assumed he's going to make another Metal Gear Solid game. This, on its own merit.
Full stop.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because I do this podcast. I don't know if it's because I pay attention to video games. But if your argument is, well, he's known for Metal Gear Solid, so people are expecting Metal Gear Solid. I don't fucking play Kojima's games. I just don't. I have mad respect for the guy. I think it's great that he, what games he makes and how much people love them. Nothing against them. I just don't play his games. But I know for a fact that if you went into fucking a new fucking franchise of his that wasn't labeled Metal Gear Solid or Zone of Enders or fucking Silent Hill, you're not getting those games.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree 100%.
You can make that argument that in Mighty Number 9, he looks like fucking Mega Man. So you can make the comparisons. You cannot do that here. Fucking this game looks nothing like Metal Gear Solid or Silent Hill or Zone of Enders. Making that comparison is downright ignorant.
I think most people make the comparison though just because, like Anthony was saying, like this is what he's known for. This is when he puts out a game, that's what we expect. There's still a ton of people out there who don't realize that he put out the game Zone of Enders. I didn't realize that was him for years after I played that game until I looked it up and I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? He goes all over the place, but I think what it is like you said, people are saying, oh, well, he's making a new video game. It must be what he is known for because, let's be honest, that's what makes him the most money. And if he's got his own shop now, which he does, you would expect him to just be like, hey, I'm going to make some money and get everything up and running. Not what he's doing. He's like, no, fuck you, fuck your ideas, fuck your couch, it's on fire. I'm making what the fuck I want because fuck you.
Right. Absolutely. He has total control of the project. Sony's giving him, I don't know how much to make this because he keeps getting movie stars in his game.
Okay, let's be honest. Look who he is. He got whatever the fuck he wanted.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how
you
much.
Don't just be like, you don't just be looking at him and be like, no. You're not getting that much money. They're like, wait, so that's all you want?
I don't know how much they gave him, but they gave him all of it. And it's got to be a whole lot of money for him to do what he's doing right now. I'll end my argument with this with Death Stranding is that Death Stranding is going to come out in 2 months, and it's going to be very divisive.
And we still don't know what it's actually fucking about.
Yeah, that's
my favorite part. We still don't know what it's about. You know how rare it is in a fucking video game nowadays?
I think
it's easy. Well, I think in that regard, Alex, it's kind of easy to go, "Hey, phone, hi." We should mute you. It's and for anyone listening, yes, that is the sound from Shovel Knight. I think. Wow, where was I gonna go? Thanks, phone, for distracting me.
I have no idea. I'm lost.
I was gonna say, what was the last thing you said? Because that's what I was referring off to.
Last thing I said. What was the last thing I said?
It doesn't fucking matter.
Roll back.
The point I was just gonna get at is that it's a situation where, it's gonna be divisive for a few reasons. And I think that, like, for example, something I saw on Twitter about the game, just to throw this out here of, like, some quote-unquote divisiveness, is it showed that if you stare at main character, I can't think of the character's name, or the actor at this point.
Norman Reedus.
Yes, yeah. If you stare at his crotch long enough, he'll get up and punch you in the face.
Yeah, I saw that. Was hilarious.
And I saw a comment from somebody that works at Polygon, which was, "Why wasn't this implemented with the girl from Metal Gear Solid 5? I can't think of her name."
Silent or whatever the fuck her name is.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Why wasn't this?"
You can tell I totally play these games.
Yeah. Exactly. and I looked at that and I was just like, "Wow, like." You're really going back that far on that, huh?
I think my favorite takeaway from that is the fact that not that they're pulling back that far. It's the fact that they couldn't take the time to be like, hey, look, somebody is doing something about the sexualization of characters in video games. Instead, they went like, well, you should have done it for a female first. Who cares? It's getting done. Like, honestly.
That's my point, is that, like, that's going to be where the divisiveness is. I don't think it's going to be in, like... I don't think it's going to be so much in the... Well, it's not like this other game he made. It's going to be more in... Why wasn't this kind of shit in X game? You know, it's...
There's a really easy answer to that. He has full control. Fuck you. He didn't have full control before.
That's true. It's very true.
Like, they pretty much let him do what he wanted to an extent.
Yep.
Yep.
This is Kojima Unchained. This is full 100% Kojima. So
also, I think you missed the third one, which was they actually debuted that you could play the entire thing in just story mode, where you just watch it.
That is, yeah.
Which is likely how I'll play it, if I'm being honest.
Well, you can just sit back and watch the entire story. You could pay $60 to watch the game.
or and I attest to this, get GameFly, which is how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
We are not shilling for them.
unless Skatefly, if you're listening, hey.
Look, unless you're going to sponsor us, in which case, okay, we'll shill for you. But otherwise, fuck off.
I'm only shilling because I've saved literally hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Don't care.
Well, people have said to me, Alex, like, well, you can't do PC games through GameFly, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not talking about PC games. I'm talking about console. Like, stop it.
You want a PC game? Go download Steam and just wait for a sale. It's coming. It's like winter. Yeah. It's like winter. It's coming.
And I would argue that there's a likelihood that Epic Game Store will do the same thing. I know that's, fucking controversial and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, if Epic Game Store sells Borderlands for $20, I'll buy it on Epic Game Store.
All right. And well, we shall see.